also with King David, man. Lady T is moving to the producer role, and so we got a great show for you tonight. We are going to be talking about the UGA Bulldogs versus Texas Longhorn Falcons. How they just falconing. The Falcons just messed your whole life up. And the police bumped the player, and the Texas A&M police bumped the South Carolina player. Also, Habima blew that lead in the NCAA college ranking. Man, we got a list of lineups tonight show, but you know what we must start with? We must start with is the Atlanta Falcons. I am at a point, brother. I am at my wits with this team. I told you I was going to give them a quarter. I did give them a quarter, but hey, I said, well, I'm gonna give them a little bit more. Just we got a show now. We need to talk about them. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just trying to be a fan because I am a fan, but I'm trying to be that fan that say, hey, man, let me stick with my team a little longer than a quarter. I am done. I am officially done today. How can you let a team blow you out 30-0 in their house and come and sweep you on the season and beat you in your house in overtime? What the Falcons remind me of, King David, is a bully who can't fight. And when I say that, a bully who can't fight is you swing first. Oh, they're gonna swing first. They're gonna score and the defense look good, but then they go end up. Then the bully gonna get the end, bro. It's like a person who can't fight. They just gonna swing. And so with me, I'm officially checking out on the Falcons. I gotta watch for the show, but actually being invested, I'm done. So I'm gonna hand it over to you, King David. What do you think? And also, Raheem need to be fired. Zach need to be fired. Hell, his whole coaching staff needs to be fired after today.
Bro, I'm sure you're regretting giving the Falcons more than a quarter now, don't you? After this 5-game losing streak.
Bro, I am so regretting that, bro. I am so regretting that, bro. I just I tried, King David. I tried, man. And I told you the Falcons is like dating a woman who cheats on you every Sunday, but somehow you take her back on Monday. She just constantly break your heart every Sunday. I am tired of these Falcons, bro. I'm at a point now where, and I hate to be negative. I hate to be pessimistic. But I'm ready for possibly Arthur to sell the team. This has to be up top, bro. Because every year, after year, season after season, we see the same mess, bro. And I'm tired of it, bro. As a fan, I'm tired.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I've been looking at my phone, waiting to see the breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem Morris been fired. But yeah, at this point, you got to clean house.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to go. Terry not safe. No, everybody has to go at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Office people need to go. Anybody associated with any brain trust of the Falcons for the last 2 years gotta go because what you've been doing hasn't worked. So it's really disgusting. It's despicable at this time. This 2 years in a row with a 5-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuse for that, man.
Exactly.
So, and getting back to Carolina, yeah, they blew you out in week 3. They beat you here. They blew you out. Didn't blew you out, but beat you in week 17 of last year.
Yep.
So what is going on at this point? And so yeah, got a clean house. From administration, everybody has to go. You just start fresh at this point when it comes to the Falcons.
Even the owner, I know it don't work like that with the owners. I know it don't work like that with the owners because the NFL got to prove who buy the team and sell the team. And Arthur, let me say, Arthur hasn't been a bad owner for the community, but as far as this Atlanta Falcons team, it just ain't working, bro. That's why I couldn't be an owner of the Falcons, bro. They'll be repainting my dang box every Sunday, bro. Because I'm
fixing windows and all kind of stuff.
They're the owner that threw his stool out the window again. I couldn't
Then we
do
got
it, bro.
smoke coming from the owner's box.
I couldn't do it. Why this cat walk around here pistol out? I'm just saying, man. But looking at this team last week, we looked at them last week over in Berlin, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Indianapolis, which we had in the Indianapolis coach. We had them. We could have won that game. Piss poor coaching down the end. Looking at this team today, you went a stretch where you can't even move the ball. You know what I mean? And we had this Carolina Panthers team today. And we just got out physical. We got out physical, we got out man, we got out tough, we got out coach. It just too much, bro. It's like, why even do it? At this point, why even do it, bro? This is this year here, this season here, Raheem has not won. He has not beat anybody in the division.
That's
He
true. We
haven't.
0-3. Yeah, 0-3 at
Who
this
was in
point.
the division?
Absolutely. And that's the most important games, your division. You gotta win the division. So
Exactly.
I there's no reason, like I say, he haven't been fired yet. I've been looking at my phone waiting to see breaking news because this is just unacceptable at this point. I don't know what the ownership is waiting on, but I agree with you. Arthur got to set a team as well. It needs to start from the very top at this point. So I agree absolutely 100% with what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, because and then I'm looking at because Rich McKay been here 21 years. He been with the season 21 years. Say he don't have no input on football operation. But hell, he
Cap.
traveled to Germany. He traveled.
That's
Every one team
that's a
go, he's
lie.
there.
That's a lie. Right. He got something to do with it.
He got something to do with it, bro. So that's what I'm saying. The whole blow this whole mess up, bro. You know what I mean? I'm throwing a flag on the whole damn Atlanta Falcons from the Arthur Blank to Raheem to Zach. I'm throwing the flag, bro. Unnecessary roughness, unnecessary coaching, unnecessary. I'm throwing both of them, the challenge flag, and I'm throwing them, bro, because I'm tired of seeing them.
Unnecessary ownership.
Unnecessary ownership, bro. And like I say, he done some great things for the community. So I'm not trying to knock him for that. But as far as the ownership of the Falcons, he got to demand more from this franchise, man, from these coaches. And I don't know why Raheem was even considered with the losing record, bro. Raheem is like 50 and 23. So I don't know his official record. So guys, don't but his record is abysmal, bro, from a head coach's standpoint. Why would you even want that type of coach who has a losing record, bro, everywhere you went?
It
Where he
was
been the head
almost
coach?
like a safe pick, I guess, Bruce. Somebody you familiar with. He had been on this roster. It was like somebody you familiar with, somebody you comfortable with. So that's why he probably got this job, opposed to going out and getting somebody completely new that just probably gonna blow things up the way you used to doing things. So Raheem knew the way the Falcons used to doing things. Had been here, so it's just we can continue as business as usual with Raheem Morris at the helm.
Yeah, man, this is terrible though. This whole thing is terrible. I'm looking at the stats, man. We're looking at the stats. I'm looking at Michael Penix had his 175 yards today, but somehow I think he went out with a knee injury. He have a history of injuries. He have a back in college where I think he had several surgeries on both legs. I, I'm pulling for the young man to get better, and I hope these injuries is not detrimental to his career as far as he won't be back or he going to miss a significant amount of time. Let me say that because I'm pulling for Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix has been set up to fail in the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff system. He came out and said this week here with Channel 2 here in WSBT TV, I credit them for coming bringing it out, saying that he has nobody to help him on the sideline. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
Raheem came and said, "Oh, let's come." That statement was taken out of context. That man is frustrated, and you got a first-year offensive coordinator who never called plays before. Last year, you had Jimmy Lakes, who had never really called plays in the NFL as a defensive coordinator. Raheem is a bad coach who hires bad coaches, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. First time, like I said, OC, first time DC last year. I agree. And even
Mhm.
Brent never. He's a linebacker coach, and I guess he was DC up in New York, so I guess yeah, he didn't call plays before, but yeah, Raheem seemed to hire bad coaches.
Yeah, he had a bad coach. And today, let me say that Bryce Young was a solid college quarterback, very undersized. But that doesn't mean anything in today's game because those guys are in the shotgun 90% of the time. They're never really under center. And when they are under center, it's either going to be a run play or play action. You know, they ain't really just throwing too much from the shotgun from under center. So Bryce Young had 448 yards today. 448 yards.
Torch the
Torched the
Falcons.
Falcons. Torched them, bro. And the sad part about it, Bijan had 104. Drake London had 119. Kalen Ellis had a great 4th-and-1 stop when he pulled Bryce Young down before I was starting to check out the game. But at that point, the game was on because I knew I had to watch it to talk about it tonight. But at that point, bro, I'm like, why? Why even bother with this mess? You know what I mean? I can't do it, bro. I'm at a point now where it's too much, bro.
And the sad thing, bro, we made it one dimensional. We pretty much stopped the run game. I think they running back had 45 yards, I believe. So we pretty much stopped the run game. So they was one dimensional. So we knew what they was going to do, and we couldn't stop Bryce Young. We made him look like a Hall of Fame, a future Hall of Famer.
But if you notice, that's the Falcons' MO. What's the guy? The Miami Dolphins head coach. He was on the hot seat. Tua was on the verge of getting benched and cut and all this other stuff. Tua had just came out the week before and said, I can't even see over my line. And we made them. Tua end up throwing 4 touchdowns again. Everybody, Jonathan Taylor set a record against the Falcons. Everybody do shit miraculous against the Falcons, bro. That's what I'm like.
We the tune-up team.
We the tune-up team, bro. We come. You play the Falcons before you play other real teams, bro. And that's ridiculous, bro. Why are we always the laughing stock of the NFL, bro? We the records get set on us.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Ain't nobody tired of this mess. I'm tired of this mess, bro. I'm tired of this mess, King David.
Tired. We tired.
We tired, boss. I'm hitting you with the damn what's the life?
Life.
I'm tired, boss. This is ridiculous, bro. You know what I mean? And so I don't know where to go from here but to clean house. If I'm in ownership, and if I had to say in this team, we fire Raheem, Zach Robinson tonight, and we start our coaching search. We charge this season as a wash.
Yeah.
Because you're already 3-7. You know what I mean? We 3-7, so we only got 7 games left for the season, pretty much. There is no making the playoff now.
No. And we got it still tough. We still got the Bucks. We still got the Rams. We still got Seattle Seahawks. That's probably 3 losses.
That's probably 3 losses. But I remember you saying about 2 weeks ago when I think we was like 3-4 or 3-5. And you was like, hey man, the next 2 games probably gonna be a loss.
Oh yeah.
And the next 2 games, the Colts and the Panthers are lost. And you see what I'm seeing is the physicality. What I saw today, Bijan ran hard, Tyler Algier ran hard. I don't know what the hell Kyle Pitts is. I have no idea who that guy is out there in the field. He's a shell of himself from the rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Penix, I don't know who that guy is. I think that guy, because pretty much he's a rookie. He's still a rookie. He hadn't played a full season yet. Even though he'd been around the team a long time, he'd played a lot of games, but he still hadn't played 17 games. So to me, he's still a rookie. Kirk Cousins look just like he got 58 years old out there. Terry need to be fired. Terry need to be fired for signing that damn $180 million deal with Kirk Cousins. That's what's gonna get Terry fired. Michael Penix has lost confidence. He hadn't, you could look at it in the young man's face. I think he's only 26. He played like he's 36 already. But I'm being facetious, but I'm tired. I'm tired, King David. I'm tired of losing, man. Like I said, I've been a Falcon fan since the 79, the 80s. I'm old school, guys. I'm the Gen X. I'm old school. So, but at the same time, man, I'm tired of these cats losing consistently. They just and there's no change. So what can we expect? Now I'm just expecting them cats to just lose, bro.
Yeah, but that's to be the games they start winning. That's the Falcons way, bro. When they're supposed to lose, they win. When they're supposed to win, they lose.
So let me ask you this, King David. Right now, I'm moving on for Rod and Zach. Or why don't you just keep them and we just tank the rest of the? I don't know, but you know what? They'll start winning like the next 5 out of 7 games. We'll win and kill our draft pick.
But they don't matter because we don't have a first round anyway.
Yeah, we don't have a first round anyway.
So tanking at this point, it don't matter. We trade that away.
Yeah, for James Pierce last year. That's right, to get back in the first round. Boy, these Falcons, bro. These Falcons mess up a wet dream. You know, I'm just saying, man. You know, we be a Falcon fan. We are fans. You know, we honestly fans. So that's what I'm saying, man. And
yeah, I still think you fire him. I still think you go ahead and fire him because you need to send a message at this point. You need some shock and awe. Yeah. Rod, you gone. Zach, you gone.
Exactly.
Jared Gray probably take over or something. But you sending a message that at the end of the season we finna clean house.
Yeah,
at this point. House. So that'll be my message. Yeah, y'all two go home tonight, and everybody else is on notice.
Exactly.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe at this point. And I hate to and I hate it for Terry. Let me say that because I believe Terry really drafted some young players, but I don't believe Raheem and his staff coach these guys up whatsoever. You know what I mean? They didn't coach the Pierce and Walker tandem. They're gonna be great for us for the next few years. That's great. But and Billy Bowman seemed like he was gonna be good. Yeah. I think he had a little dip for right now, but he came off injury.
Oh yeah, he was playing today. He was out there today. He was flying around today. So
he was flying around. Yeah. So with me, man, I hate it for Terry, but you know what I mean. He gonna get caught up in this piss poor coach because he was part of hiring Raheem.
Yeah.
So with that, man, you know, so any final takes? I know we both agree that Ross should be fired tonight. Raheem should be fired tonight. Moving on, and send Zach Robinson. I keep Ubrick. Do you fire Ross and pull Ubrick into the intern head coach since he got a little experience from the Jets?
I probably leave Brick at that DC and just let him continue to DC. I'll probably give it to Jared Gray, the older school guy, just as an interim coach. Brick have been an interim coach before. I give it to another guy that never been in. Just like, look, man, it's yours right now. Let's see what you got. See if you can give us some energy. And at the end of the season, we're moving on from everybody. Though. But I let Brick stay at DC.
Yeah, so that was terrible, man. So I am. We'll move on with that, man. We both agreed that we need to fire Rob. Let's talk about college. We got to get into college, man. First of all, I want to open up with college. So we pushing everything negativity out front. So if you don't want to hear no negativity, you watch the back end of the show. How in the Hades did Shane Beamer blow that lead with Texas A&M? I believe Texas A&M is a solid team, but how did he blow that 30-3 lead, bro? That's worse than the Falcons 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
Adjustments had to be because at halftime you up 30-3. He didn't make any adjustments at halftime. Lenore Sellers didn't do anything. He was projected to be a Heisman. Sellers was this year. You cannot play the way you played in the second half.
Exactly.
So, Beamer, man, that ain't looking good for him. He might be put on the hot seat for this one. That was the one they had, even though they wasn't expecting to win that game. You should have won that game after 2 quarters.
So with that, man, we got to give Beamer unnecessary coaching because he didn't coach well in the second half. We got to throw a flag on him on that because that was ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous. We can't even challenge that. That was terrible. And you let that team come back from 33 and they beat you 31 to 30. That's ridiculous, man. Is Lenore Sellers, is he a fraud?
At this point, look like it. In the big moments, he shrinks.
He shrinks. Now, and the reason I said that, and I hate to talk about the young man, I really do hate to talk about Lenore Sellers, but I got to pull up his stats here. We're going to definitely pull up his stats here because when I started watching the game, because I had to step out for a minute, and then me and my son was talking about it. We was like, "Oh man, these cats right here, South Carolina, they might." I'm always calling them the game chickens, bro, because that's what they are, game chickens to me, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Oh, they got these boys. They might knock up the number 3 team, right?" I'm like, "Oh, bet." He threw for 246, but he was 50%. He was 15 for 30. So you ain't gonna beat. He probably, to me, Lenore Sellers. And then when in the second half, he was missing so many wide open passes. I ain't saying he was like throwing the game, but at the same time, man, that was ridiculous. How the offense just stalled out. And then what I saw, King David, I'm gonna be honest with you because I want you to chime in on this.
Okay.
When I was watching that game come back. I was like 30-14. All right, they can still manhandle and a few garbage points and win the game. When 30-17, I mean, when I saw Texas A&M go get 30-24, I saw South Carolina quit. They quit, bro. I didn't see no tackling. They quit out there on that field. What did you see?
I basically see the same thing. It's like they knew that it was over. Texas A&M had basically took their heart at that point. They made that comeback. They knew it was over.
Exactly.
All the momentum with Texas A&M. So yeah, I seen the same thing.
Exactly.
And good teams, if you're a good team or a well-coached team, or even a leader on that team, you got to kind of jump in there and get your guys back on track, man. Good players or great players find a way to win. Bad players find a way to lose.
You have to. And I like the LaBeamer ball. You remember a few years ago, we had one person, I ain't going to call his name on there, talking about y'all ain't ready for Beamer ball. Beamer ain't ready for Beamer ball, but that mess is ridiculous, bro. You know what I mean? Luckily, Beamer ain't got to play UGA every year now. I think we played them. Well, we played them last year, and we ain't play them this year. So luckily, they ain't playing the dogs right now. You know what I mean? We big dogs over here. So with him losing that game the way he lose, where they lost, is Shane Beamer, is his seat on full torch mode right now? Oh shit, he got exploded out the building.
It's South Carolina, so they're not getting the top players, but yeah, the seat has to be hot. Has to be hot. Like I say, we wasn't expecting to win, but after blowing the 30-3 lead, that seat definitely has to be hot at this point.
Yeah, I think that full heater mode right now, bro. I was thinking Shane Beamer was gonna get fired on his way back to South Carolina with that, bro. Because all the coaches that been fired, King. All the coaches that been fired, King. You talking about Napier? You talking about Brian Kelly? You talking about Hugh Freeze? You talk about soon to be Raheem at? No.
Yeah, some of those schools got a little bit different expectations though too. Like I said, LSU a little bit different expectations. Florida probably a little bit different expectations. South Carolina, it's probably a little bit different expectations.
You don't think they can get the other coaches so they ain't quick to fire nobody?
Yeah, it might be tough. It might be tough. I don't know if too many that maybe want to go to South Carolina. Well, because are you getting the talent? Yeah, because you right next to Georgia, so you're not gonna get that Georgia talent.
You're not gonna get the Georgia. Well, first of all, you getting body that Georgia and Alabama don't want.
Don't want right.
So you getting? I don't want to call these kids rejects, but you pretty much getting the players that Georgia and Alabama don't. They gonna get the pick of the litter. Florida used to get the pick of the litter, but I don't know what happened with that right there. But right now, you know what I mean? Right now, I think South Carolina is a mediocre job to me. So you might want to just keep Beamer, man. You know what I mean? Beamer, but blowing that 30 point lead, 27-point lead, bro, and losing by one, that I think you lose the respect of your players. Because they didn't have an answer, and you didn't have an answer either.
Right. Right.
But do you, DC, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out where would they go from. They're having a rough season. South Carolina, like I say, where do they go from here? That might basically keep his job. Bowl game, maybe.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna make a bowl game.
Well, no,
I think
he got
3
2 left.
Yeah, and his record is 3-7.
Yeah,
so
he might be out.
Yeah, he's not even making a bowl game this year. If he win the next 2 games, he'll be 5 wins, 5-7 at best, because they only play 12 games season. So I don't even think South Carolina getting a bowl game this year. So that's what I'm saying. After this 30-point loss, 27-point loss, not making a bowl game, does that put Shane Beamer on the hot seat? And I understand that it's a mediocre job, and a lot of coaches might know, but it's a lot of becoming coaches will take that job too to try to get a head start.
It will. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. If I'm the AD, I'm probably gonna give him one more year. I think he had success at the end of, I believe, last year. We kind of rattled up some wins. I believe
Yeah,
it
he
was
did.
that kind of made them respectable. So if I'm AD, I'm probably gonna give him another year. That's just me.
Yeah, he got cheated last year in Alabama, so that was a bad call. He got cheated in another game. I'm just being last year, so I like Beamer. He was on the Georgia Kirby's coaching staff for a little while. So I like Shane Beamer, you know what I mean? But, for him to lose that game last night, because I was actually pulling for game chickens. I don't pull for the chickens, bro, that much, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just being honest, bro. I got some South Carolina fans. I'm calling y'all game chicken because that's your mascot. You're a big chicken, bro. But I was actually pulling for y'all to beat Texas A&M because I'm not saying Texas A&M is a fraud because they're number 3 in the national. They ranked national number 3. So I would not call Texas A&M a fraud.
Yeah.
But when you got somebody 30-3, you don't supposed to lose that game.
Right.
That's supposed to. You supposed to close that thing out.
Right.
And,
I agree.
And you didn't know how to close that game out. So yes, you should have been that right there was terrible. You know what I mean? So now Texas
speaking of the game,
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Nah, I gonna say while we still on this game, we're gonna go jump into the other topic of this state trooper.
Fired.
You fire.
He should be he that state trooper. Because if you look at it, King David. Now I'm gonna let you break that thing down to King David. I'm gonna let you handle that one.
I'm sure. Yes, for the people that didn't see it. So it's a Texas A&M state trooper, and you had the South Carolina guy who just had scored a long touchdown, and he ran into the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like he might had a injury, a hamstring injury. So his other guys went and kind of checked on him, and that's the South Carolina guys was walking out the tunnel. This Texas A&M state trooper walked into the tunnel and kind of shoulder checked 2 of the players, walked between them and kind of shoulder checked them, and then turned around and started yelling at the players like it was their fault. So for anybody who didn't see it, that's kind of catching them up on the play. And you can go look it up and check it out for yourself if need be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree. Gotta fire him. Maybe even press charges on the players, dude. You assaulted me, bro. I might look to file some charges if I can on you at this point.
I'm gonna tell you the bad thing about that. You know how big that receiver is? That receiver would have beat the brakes off that cop.
Probably.
if he didn't have that gun, that badge.
Probably.
And that's an athlete. So he's in shape. You was gonna get done over, bro. No, he was gonna weigh you out. He gonna weigh that cop out. You know what I mean? So that gun and that badge saved his ass because, and I hate to be like that because not all cops are bad. Let me say that. But you got some dumbos out here that look to provoke people to get a rise or whatever. And by him, he was probably mad because he was a Texas State trooper, so he was probably pulling for Texas A&M. And they was getting drugged at that particular point. So he ran into the tunnel. Track star, bro, he had to slow that thing down. And then he looked like he had pulled a hamstring. So you don't know what was going on. So instead of him going up there being people don't understand. A police officer is supposed to protect and serve. That's their duties. Right. Public service to protect and serve. And he went
basically just to serve, but
yeah,
legally they aren't supposed to protect either.
But so he went in there with aggression, with the attitude, and I'm with you on that. I'm like this. They did relieve him of his game. They do this, but hell, Texas A&M don't have no more home game, so he ain't missing out on nothing. All right, you just missed out on a half or whatever, and you went home. So you ain't missed. They ain't got none. So to me, the cop the Texas State trooper should be fired. He should be fired. You can't do that.
Yeah, and the scary part, bro, is this happened on national TV, bro. Imagine if there's no cameras. Like I said, he's a trooper, so it's gonna be times he out in the field where ain't no cameras. If he's willing to do this on national TV with millions of people watching, imagine what he gonna do.
Imagine what he
no one watching. Have done. You're right. When no cameras are there. That's the scary part.
Very scary. Very scary, bro. So yeah, like I said, bro, that dude should, he should be fired. He should be because if those young men would have did him like that, they've been talking about charges and suspending them from school and take the NILs and all kind of mess, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people can sit and say what we want to say, and I'm a fair type guy. I believe in equal justice and being fair. But that wouldn't have been fair if the black guy would have bumped that officer. And in the comments, I put out there on our unnecessary TikTok page today, people were like, "Well, they shouldn't even touch the officer. He shouldn't even touch the." I put it over there. On our TikTok page. We had several people, so I ended up blocking them. I don't deal with ignorant comments on our social media. If you want to have a debate or have a respectful conversation, I'm with that. But up there talking about, you got to keep them boys in line. Who the fuck is man? Who's a boy? They about to make Brew come out, bro. They about to make Brew.
About to put on the mask.
They're about to put on my Pooh Shiesty mask, bro. So who, you know what I mean? Who you got to keep in check? Even those kids on the field, most of them is grown men. You got a few 18, 19, but most of them get 20, 21 years old. Yeah, hell, even the 18-year-old is considered an adult. So them cats are grown men out there. So yeah, I'm with you, King David. What would have happened if that was your kid he bumped?
Yeah, he'd have had to deal with the popper. He'd have to deal with popper, bro. Yeah. He got to see me some form of fashion at that point, whether it's legally or whatever you want to do.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Like you said earlier, that was on national television. 100,000 people in the stands, millions of people watching, and you chose that behavior?
Right. Yeah.
Imagine what you have done when no cameras was around.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely should be fired from the force, but if they don't do that, which they probably not, he definitely shouldn't be allowed to work any other games ever.
Nope, he shouldn't be at all, man, at all. So I'm with, and I think when you run athletes, and I understand these guys. And we'll wrap it up and move on to the UGA because that's the big story today. Right. I understand you got emotion, especially when it's your team. Because like when my team is losing, I'm a little up in the arms. I'm a little edgy. You know what I mean? But come on, man. You got when you're a public servant like that, you got to be able to control your emotions
Right.
at all time. You
Right.
got to. You can go behind the stadium, get in your squad car and scream and cuss or whatever
Right.
you need to do, but not like that, man. So,
Yeah.
yeah, with that said, man, yeah, I'm with you. He should be fired. But now it's that time. It's that big drum roll. But you know, it's the UGA Texas Longhorn. We made some ground beef, some filet mignon. We made some ribeye steak, some T-bones, and some porterhouse out of the big bull, baby. You know me. You know what we always talk about in Ghana? We trust. Ghana, we trust, baby. We
Hey,
get Ghana a hard time, but do we trust? I was done. That's my guy.
I'm with Gunner, man. He done moved up from the 22. He's a gauge now, baby. He's a 12 gauge up there
He's a
now.
12 gauge, boy. Gunner, we trust, bro. Any man who drive Paw truck, bro, 84 he ain't Lamborghini back. He ain't Ferrari Freeman. He ain't none of you cats. He drive Paw 84
Old
bro.
school.
Old
Old
school.
school.
Now I did see he had put some wheels and lift on it, so you know what I mean. That cat got pop. He got Popeye truck kind of lifted right now, but I ain't mad at Gunner. I ain't mad at Gunner, man. You know what? What break it down? What you saw out of that game yesterday? It did. Can you agree that there was some maturation has took place over the last few games, and is Georgia the team people want to play right now? Break all that down for me, King David.
I saw complete domination, bro. Complete domination of a Texas team who people regards as a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good team.
Mm-hmm.
Definite maturation with this team. Like I say, Gunner, he has matured. We trust him. The rest of the team is maturing as well. We lost CJ Allen in this game, which is our defensive leader. And the rest of the guys, linebackers, stepped up and still dominated this game. So, yes, this team has matured. This is a scary team at this moment. And I don't know if anybody really want to see these dogs right now, bro.
Yeah,
That's going to be a fight. We done been in positions where we know we can win games. We done been down
be down.
most of a game and come back and win. We know how to win. We find a way to win. So for most teams, that is very scary that we know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know if anybody want to see us with the playoffs coming up. We peaking at the right time, the right moment, right now.
And you know we got some behind the scenes talk that we do that we said this Kirby year. You know what I mean? Things that
Yeah,
me and you
yeah,
had
right,
talked about.
right.
And when the season first started, I was like, man, we know I don't know about Gunner, and I was hard on Gunner.
Mhm.
I was one of the people that was hard on Gunner. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I don't know if this cat got it, bro. But especially after last season, what we saw with Notre Dame did to him, he had to come in with the Texas, and you know but looking at it, he just didn't have the game
Mhm.
time experience. Looking at it this time right here, I can honestly say I was wrong about that kid. The kid got it. The kid is a winner. The kid makes some great throws. The kid do some great fakes. And I shouldn't call him a kid because he's a grown man. But my thing is, I believe right now, Gunner is probably the best quarterback in the SEC. I know Marcel. I see what Marcel Reed did yesterday. I see what Ty Simpson been doing. What I'm saying is, he fit from an efficiency standpoint. Gunner putting up points. He's doing his thing. And that's no knock on those guys. And yes, I am a homer. I'm a UGA fan. But Gunner, man, he's right now the way that offense is being commanded by him, and I hate to give Boo Boo any credit. Golly, I hate to give Boo Boo any credit, bro. Golly, I'm gonna have to bring some. You know what? To give Boo Boo some credit, bro. I'm gonna have to bring me some tissue out, bro, to give Boo Boo some credit.
Because we're recording this now. You when you
Yeah,
put it out there, it's recorded. It's out there forever.
it's fine there forever, bro. God damn, bro. Boo Boo calling a good game, bro. He last couple game, bro. Boo Boo been calling some good game, bro. You know, Lady T said she don't even think that Boo Boo in the boo, bro. so so so
Tin
Boo
hat, baby. Lady T put on the tin hat.
So Boo Boo been calling some good games, man. Let me just I gotta give him some credit. I gotta give him credit. I gotta give Curry credit for sticking with him. Now watch Boo Boo mess it up the next game, man. I gotta give Garner some credit for commanding the offense. I do enjoy watching this team right now. I didn't know what we had at first. This team didn't truly have an identity at first. But now that identity, that toughness, that what I mean, the first few games, especially when we played Bama, we didn't know what this team were. You know what I mean? We didn't know, and but after that Bama game, it kind of locked in, and you kind of seen the growth every Saturday. So right now, I can honestly say I don't think Bama want to see this team. Not this dog team that beat Texas yesterday.
Yeah, this seems like a different team. And Bubo been solid. He had his moments last Saturday
Mhm.
where it's about four stretches where we had to just punt. It's like 3 and outs or something where we had to punt and then move the ball. So,
Yeah.
but overall, yes, he calling a solid game.
Hmm.
Which is definitely much improved from what we've seen early in the year. So I give him a little credit. He got to continue though. I still don't like them tunnel screens and all the side to side stuff he do, but he
Hmm.
made some progress and improving. So continue. He need to continue on that upward trend.
He did, man. And what I'm looking at the stats, man. Gunner had 229 for 24 or 29 passes. So he only missed 5 passes
Right.
yesterday. And
Yeah. One
Manning
was a
had
pick.
and one
Yeah.
was a pick. So
Yeah.
and Manning was had 251 with 27 to 43. You know what I mean? One TD, one pick. I think the TD was garbage. I think they had to give him something to keep the ratings on in television. You know
Yeah,
what I
cause
mean? Because
they got
Mhm.
they got a penalty or something, which put him right at the goal line, I believe, at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I mean, so and we held Wisner to 37 yards, 39 carries, 37 yards. So I was watching a lot of guys. They was upset with Sark because they say Sark got away from the run too fast. He was running over us, and he did this thing in the first quarter. I'm like, where? Yeah, he had some good runs, but we shut that mess down, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it wouldn't result in anything.
Yeah, and with Wisner, every time we play Texas, they don't have no rushing
Right,
yards.
right, right.
We take that out and and I knew once we took the running game away, Manning couldn't beat us.
No,
Manning can't
no,
beat us,
no.
bro.
It's a book. It's a book out on him anyway. How you kind of play him anyway.
Hmm.
So yeah, and Kirby know that. Like I said, this is the third game. We didn't pretty, and we didn't play him last year. It was yours, but he came in the game. But the times he was in the game, he was seeing ghosts. So we know how to play Manning Arch.
Hmm.
We got a book on him.
So looking at last year Texas team to this year Texas team, yours didn't lose 3 games in the season. And like I was telling one guy, they was talking about Arch was better than yours. I was like, if Arch Manning was better than yours, Arch would have took yours position when
Yeah.
yours was out. He didn't do that. Yours was a better quarterback, you know what I mean,
Yep.
for that particular team. Now I can't say what you was doing. I think you was in Miami or something. Now I don't know what he really doing in the league, but if Arch was a better quarterback than yours, Arch would have been the starting quarterback last year. And you could clearly see, and I understand the Manning heritage and the Manning legacy, but he's definitely not his uncle. He's definitely not Eli Payton.
You about to get canceled, bro. You about to
Yeah,
get canceled now.
yeah. We ain't gonna get this show monetized. I know when we talk about the Payton,
You about to get
we
canceled.
talk about the Manning. This show won't be monetized. I'm sorry, King Day. We ain't gonna make no money on this right here, man. But and then I saw we did see Peyton was in the stands
Well,
yesterday. You know, I think that was his son Marshall. I think that's what one of the announcers said. I don't know. But looking at Arch, I Arch got to come back next year. He's definitely not going. He's definitely not ready to go in the draft this year. What do you think?
yeah. He definitely didn't come back. It haven't been the year that nobody expected him to have. Everybody was making him the #1 overall and the Heisman
Mhm.
winner and all kind of stuff before the season. So it definitely haven't been that. he does some good things. He made some good throws, even in our games. He made some good throws. But yeah, he definitely got to come back. He got to improve and get better at his craft. Which you would think he would already have done that with, like I say, his uncles and have all these quarterback camps and
Mhm.
all this stuff. But yeah, it's not panning out for him right now. So yeah, he definitely got to come back.
But when you looked at his stats, his high school stats are fraud. Because the level they got video of the level of competition he was playing in high school. He was playing against a lot of preparatory people. You know what I mean? He wasn't playing against those 4 and 5 and 6, 8 tech deals teams. You know what I mean? He was playing
Mm,
against a lot of the private schools where, of course, he can throw for 400 or 500 yards and run all over the place and be a 5-star against those kids. I'm not saying the kid ain't don't won't develop into that particular type player. What I am saying, he's not that particular type player right now.
right.
You know what I mean? So, and until he get there, we can't crown him. A lot of people ready to crown him and say he was the Heisman Trophy winner already. And Texas started out #1. If you know, they started out #1 this season, so they had high expectations for Texas. And then them cats done lost 3 games, bro. What they thought, bro? This is the SEC. Oh, but let me tell you this, King David. I was online today, and I was uploading some stuff for the Unnecessary Roughs this show. And one guy was like, "Do you think Texas regret coming to the SEC? Do you think Texas should stay in the Big 12?" What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know if they regret it. Because it's more probably about money and exposure. So I don't think they regret that. They probably gonna win. They regret probably not being a big dog or top dog like they would have been probably in what the
Big
Big
12?
12.
Yeah, Big 12.
Yeah. It's a tougher boat over here, but
Mm-hmm.
but they got paid and they got a lot of money in that state. But yeah, the TV deals and all that. So that's why they
Mm-hmm.
came to the SEC.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So with that, man, I seen the defense grow up last night. Over the last few weeks, UGA defense has got better. We getting at the quarterback. You remember, we wasn't able to get no pressure and sacks and all that. We was able to get at him last night. Our linebacker, like you say, C.J. Allen went down. Raylan Wilson and all those other linebackers stepped up, man. They was able to get in there and get physical with these cats. I am seeing what, and another thing, I think Zion Branch, what I saw, he made one blunder with the penalty that gave Texas that touchdown. Because they gave him penalty, they moved
yeah,
him up to the 1 or 5 or whatever, and then.
yeah,
But what I'm seeing, Zion Branch should start the other safety on the other side of KJ Bowden. After watching that game, he was balled out. When I went back and rewatched that game today, he balled out, bro. And with him and his brother Zion and Zachariah, the receiver, them cats are special, bro. Especially his brother Zachariah, bro. That cat fast, bro.
yeah.
I hate all Bobo do is give him the bubble screens, but that cat is really fast.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. You want to see him design something where he, able to run down the field.
Mm-hmm.
But teams probably cue in on him the most. Looked like Texas was trying to double team him, and which allowed Noah Thomas to have a nice game with 2 touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. So, but yeah, I would like to see more design with him running down the field and getting some deep passes. But again, he's fast enough to catch those tunnel streams, I guess, too, and take them to the house from time to time. But
He could definitely take it to the house. You know what I mean? So with that, man, I was so excited with UGA. But you remember I told you what I told you. I said we were gonna blow them boys out.
yeah,
I just felt UGA is done playing with their food. We ain't playing with our food no more. You know what I mean? Now we like a cat play the food. We finna go in here, and even though the game in the third quarter, up until the right at the fourth quarter, it was only 14-10. We were
hmm
still playing with the food, but came fourth quarter,
yeah.
Kirby just opened the playbook. Bubba opened the playbook. Kirby caused some guts to play, and it was over at that point.
Even though the score was close, bro, we were still dominating. Though it didn't feel like Texas was going to win that game, even though it,
No,
like I said, it was like 14-10. UGA was just dominating,
it
and it
was. They
just
were.
felt like they can do whatever they wanted to do in that game.
Well, that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? And we had some spectacular plays, but What do you think, man? I never seen Kirby call the onside kick like that. You know what I mean? I was kind of shocked because Kirby is more of a
Yeah.
conservative coach.
Right. Yeah, that was different. That was different. Like I said, we never have really seen that. So
Mm.
I would love to see more of that side of him, where he kind of get to maybe some plays like that, not necessarily onside, but just a little more creativity, defensive and
Mhm.
offensively, just different blitz packages. He's a defensive guy, so
Yes.
I think he can be more creative with some of his schemes.
And I'm gonna ask you this, King David, and then we're gonna move on to another topic. But how devastating that had to be, right? Texas scored, it was 14-10. That's what the score was when after the Texas got their touchdown, right? The next time Peyton Art, well, I call him Peyton. Next time Art touched the ball, he was down by 18 points. Because
That's
it was
very,
14-10.
yeah,
Then we
yeah.
went down and scored 2-1. Then we got an onside kick and scored again. So the next time he touched the ball, he was down 18 points after just being down 4. That had to how devastating the probably mind that messed with that kid mind, bro.
Yeah, very devastating. But not only for him, for the team itself and the coaches, because now you on the basically you become one dimensional.
Yeah.
You're like, man, we already down this big. We got to
Yeah.
throw the ball. We got to rely more on Arch now, opposed to the run game, which wouldn't a run game is gonna work anyway. But it just really makes you one dimensional. And now you playing into the defense hand. If I know what you got to do, I can start pinning my ears back now.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Exactly, King. That's why I was like, man, when that cat it was 14-10, next time Arch touched the ball, that cat was down, it was 28, it was 28-10. You were like, what the heck just happened, bro?
right, right. It is very devastating, bro, for him and for the coaches, for everybody. Like,
For
come
everybody.
on, bro, really?
Really? You
You
know what
want
I
an
mean?
onside kick?
You already up 11. You gonna do an onside kick.
Uh,
Me and you fighting that. You remember back in when we was the greatest, we'd be like,
hey,
3
Kirby
o'clock,
might
huh?
not like that man, bro. Kirby likes certain coaches. He might not like. He might put on a face, but I don't know if he really like him deep down.
You probably right. Like he wouldn't have did that to Drink Wiz.
Yeah,
He liked Drink
right.
Wiz.
Yeah.
But Sark, he trying to blow Sark out. Stoop, I used to think he liked Stoop, but he really don't like Stoop. After Stoop tried to go for that mess
Couple
3
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that he didn't like Napier.
No.
When Kirby don't like you, can put the numbers on. He
Yeah.
don't really like Lane. I think he tolerate
Okay.
Lane, but I'm
I
not
got you.
sure he like Lane.
Okay,
So
I got you.
listen. So, but with that, man, UGA get a big up, man. We're so proud of UGA. Next week, I hope CJ Allen, because they say it's like a knee injury, he got to have a MRI on his knee. So he came out on the field with some crutches or whatever after the game, and they had footage of UJ and Texas got into a little chatter back and forth after the game. So the coaches came in, they had to break that up. But hopefully CJ Allen can get back this season here because I believe this is a special season for UGA. I don't think nobody can really beat us when we play the type ball we've been playing all 4 quarters and not just the second half in the fourth quarter. So, and I think right now nobody want to see this team. But one thing I want to ask you that I found out today. Oh, before getting that, I am so glad that Alabama lost yesterday to OU. Oh, bro, that just made my heart just flutter, bro. When I see Alabama lost, bro, I was just like, man, I was just so excited, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. My heart was just
Hey,
flutter,
you
bro.
ain't start singing. Oh, boom, my yay.
Oh, you, boom, my yay. I was so happy, bro. Everybody know how I feel about Alabama, and I know how Alabama feel about Georgia. So it's a mutual thing.
Yeah, it's
But I was
mutual.
so happy that. But you know, I told him Ty Simpson to me. If you get the ball out quick, he's all right, decent quarterback. If he ain't got pressure on him, But I knew OU was going to put pressure on him, and they was going to come. Brent Venables believed in coming, and they was going to come at Ty. And Ty had some blunders, and Ryan Williams didn't help fumbling on a kickoff return or something like that. So it's a lot going on in Alabama. I think they might have Georgia number, but I don't think Alabama is really that top dog as people might want to portray them to be.
Yeah, they might be falling off at the wrong times. Like I say, this is the time you want to be firing on all cylinders. Would have
Mm-hmm.
lost that, and that was a tough game. Like I said, OU is a tough game for Bama. OU beat them
Mm-hmm.
last year, so maybe OU got Bama's number. It's maybe just a matchup problem for Bama. I don't know, but
Yeah, you know what the problem is? OU beat Bama, Bama beat Georgia, Georgia beat Texas, and Texas beat OU. It's like a circle, bro.
like I said, they got it, yeah.
It's definitely like a
Yeah.
circle, but I tell you what, I was happy to see Bama lose yesterday. I don't
Oh
care
yeah,
what they
me
say.
too.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, they can
Anytime
lose again.
Bama can lose. But you know what I was watching the sports channel this morning, and you know what I found out, and I was shocked, but it is true. Right now, it's still if both teams went out, Bama and Texas went out, they'll still be in the SEC championship.
Texas,
A&M.
oh wait, yeah, A&M, yeah.
Texas A&M and Alabama
Yeah,
will
Bama,
be in the
yeah.
SEC championship.
Because Bama got the tiebreaker over Georgia, so yeah.
But even though Bama got 2 losses, they only got 1 loss in the SEC.
Right.
And it's the tiebreaker over us, over
right.
Georgia. So they will be in the SEC championship.
SEC championship, right.
SEC championship game, which I'm okay with that. I don't want Georgia to be in the SEC. If we don't have to be in it, so I'm pulling for Bama to win that. I want them to win and lose another game so they can drop down. But right now, because Georgia,
so basically what you want to see is Bama win out and lose an SEC championship game.
Hell yeah, that's what I want.
That's what you want to see.
That'll be, bro. That'll be my all-time year, bro. I don't need to see none of that, bro. That's all I do. Let both of them win, and then Texas A&M beat Bama in the dang SEC championship. Now, Bama can't get in. I don't care what they say. Bama shouldn't get in with 3 losses, bro. Shouldn't get in with 3. I know people like, well, if you lose the SEC, it shouldn't hurt your chances. No, your ass shouldn't get in. I don't want to see Bama win nothing. I'm so tired of them. I'm tired of Bama. I'm tired of their fans. I know their fans, bro, don't like April, bro. They be like, I don't want to hear April. I don't care, bro. Remember that time when Bama beat us, bro? We woke up with 600 comments, bro. I hate it, Bama.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. It's mutual. They hate us, we hate them. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's why I need to have a Bama fan on the show, man. We need to put that out and have a Bama fan on the show, man. We need to talk some junk, bro. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
We need to set it.
Let's do it.
Hey, if there's a Bama fan out there, listen to our show, and you would like to come on our show, we are live every Saturday, every Sunday, most part every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. If you want to come on the show and debate your team greatness, come on, bring it on. We gonna talk smack. We gonna talk. I'm inviting the Bama fan on the show. You just send us an email. We'll send you the link when it's time for the show to go live, and you can click on that link and join the show. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's how I am. But I was so happy, man, with those cats. And now that the NCAA ranking came out, the college football playoff ranking gonna come out on Tuesday. But the NCAA rankings came out with the ESPN when the AP I think come out today. Georgia moved up to 4. I think who else? Let's see. Georgia moved to 4. Bama dropped right now on the AP top 25. Bama dropped to 10. OU moved up to 8. So and I was pulling for Georgia Tech, man. I don't know what happened. Did that North Carolina State game hurt Tech that bad? It killed Tech, bro.
Yeah, it looks like it. Because Miami just blew them out, sadly.
Yeah, so, they just blew them out, bro. So that game hurt Tech, bro. I was pulling for Tech to get in the CFP, but I really was. But with that loss, even though Tech is on 9-1, Miami 8-2, but the game Tech lost, the team that Tech lost, it ended up getting blew out by Miami.
Yeah, and I don't know if Tech is on par to make the ACC championship game at this point. I don't know. I have to look deeper into that. Who's going to make the ACC championship game? So if Tech don't get in the ACC championship game, they probably won't make it in the CFP.
They probably won't. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have a chip on their shoulder in 2 weeks when we see them. You know what I mean? So with this game coming up, we know what this is gonna be I don't think Kirby gonna blow out this team coming up. You know what I mean?
Like Charlotte, I think. Right?
Charlotte Pay or Charlotte somebody. Yeah. I think Kirby might put up 28 on them and pull everybody to get ready for the Georgia Tech game.
Yeah, you want everybody healthy for this game. Win, but you want to get kind of everybody healthy. Tech probably gonna be a physical game.
Yeah.
So you want everybody healthy.
Yeah, we want everybody happy. So, man, let me tell you, man, it's been a great show. King David, man, we moved up to number 4, so we'll see where the CLP put us on Tuesday at 7. We'll probably come on doing a quick show for that, just to see if we number 4 on the CLP. If we number 4, they give us a bye, which I hate buys. You know, I hate Georgia when they have buys. Something like we don't play well after buys, but I would take it if our guys need rest.
Well, we won't get the bye because the bye gonna be for the championship winners. So if we don't play in the championship game, we ain't gonna get a bye anyway.
Well, right now they got they put Texas A&M and Georgia in there for a bye, but we might not even be in the SEC game. So
So we won't get a bye if we don't
be in the
championship winners, right?
Yeah. Well, I'd be happy with that, man. I hate Georgia. When Georgia come off bye, they sluggish. They, you know what I mean? So I hate that. And last year we had a bye, and all the teams that had a bye end up losing. So with that said, man, anything to add, man? You got any closing note? I know what we're going to do next week. We're going to destroy those guys, and I could care less what the Falcons do. I ain't even giving no prediction with them. Only prediction I would like to see is Raheem get fired. So I can care less about the whole, man.
Hey, man, let's go Dogs. Sick 'em, baby.
Sick 'em. Go Dogs, man. Until next time, man. I'm maybe Yasharel, man. This is King David. Y'all be good, man. See y'all.